What is going on, everybody? How's everyone doing today? So, we are going to be reacting to Colin Cowherd's 2020 NBA season awards. So, Colin Cowherd is kind of comparable to Bleacher Report. He likes to have outlandish takes, either for clicks or just to have, I don't know, people on him, which is basically for clicks. But what I like about Colin Cowherd is he has cool analogies, I would say. He has pretty interesting explanations, not all he says is right. He says a lot of dumb stuff, but at least he has some weird philosophy that goes into it. So we're going to be reacting to his NBA awards. I think Crispy might have reacted to this as well, so shout out to him. But yeah, I saw this on my actually recommended on my YouTube channel, and I was like, you know what? Let's react to it. I'm going to watch it anyway. Let's just watch it and, you know, talk about it, make a video about it. And you guys seem to enjoy the Bleacher Report reaction yesterday, 2 days ago. So we're going to be reacting to his regular season awards here. So if we go through each award, there's only one right answer for MVP, and I'll stop it after each pick and give my thoughts on it and see if I think he's right or wrong. There's only one vote for MVP. There's only one vote for Rookie of the Year, correct vote in my opinion. For most improved, there's, I would say, 2 votes, and I'll explain those people when we get to there. For Defensive Player of the Year, I would say there's 3 different people. Personally, I think it's between 2, but you could say 3 people. Coach of the Year, I would say 2. I don't know if he'll do Executive of the Year, but I think it's really 1. And then what's the one I'm missing? Sixth Man of the Year. I believe that is 1 personally, but you can say like there's 3 guys in there. But really, the ones that have 1 guy, like MVP, Rookie of the Year, and, well, I guess those 2. So if he doesn't say who I think should be that, then we'll have a problem. But let's get into this.
Here we go. We have NBA awards getting voted on here very quickly. Let's tee them up.
All right, Rookie of the Year, Tyler Hero, John Morant, Kendrick Nunn, Zion Williamson.
Tyler Hero making it over Brandon Clark. No, just no.
Zion.
Ah, God, man, why? Just
now,
explain
John
it.
Morant second. He never scored 30 or more in a game.
I didn't know that's all that matters in the NBA. Oh, boy. I just kind of praise them for having interesting philosophies explaining picks. Just let me finish
Zion
this.
did it 3 times in his last 11 games. I'm going with Zion Williamson, who simply had better numbers. By the way, the Pelicans as a team are over 500. The Grizzlies are under 500. So for me, this is not terribly difficult. By the way, in the last month, Zion Williamson, in the last month, shot 50% from 3-pointers. And that was the knock on him coming into the league.
How many threes did he take? Let's look at this. He's saying this like it's like a big thing. Like he shot 50%, which is kind of groundbreaking. Yeah, how many threes did Zion attempt? 13. 13. Now, it's better that he hit 50% of those. Well, he shot 46%, okay, in his time here. I don't know. He's going off the last month. So is he only talking about, like, March? I guess we'll go March 8th to February 8th, that's what he wants to go to? Okay, yeah. He shot 50% from 3 on 0.4 attempts a night. Do you know what sample size is, Colin Cowherd? God. Holy shit, we're off to a horrible start. No, it's John Morant. Zion's only played 19 games. If Embiid didn't win it a couple years ago, sure as hell Zion shouldn't even come close. I don't think he should even be on the ballot, personally. He only played 19 games. I think it should be Ja 1. Personally, I think it should be Brandon Clark 2, Kendrick Nunn 3, but that is just my opinion. I think there was only one right answer in John Morant. Zion is a cop-out answer. Zion is... Just look at me, I'm picking the not consensus pick, whoa. But no, it's stupid, that's dumb. He probably deep down knows it's dumb. Like, Zion's great, but he's not Rookie of the Year. And using the stat, he says he has better stats. Like, okay, but like he shot 50% from 3 in the last month. What? Ja's also a by far better defender. I don't know if he watched Zion's defense in those 19 games, but he wasn't good. He wasn't. Yes, he could be a good defender when he develops, but in those 19 games, he was not even good. I don't even say he was like serviceable. Or he was like serviceable, but he wasn't good at all. Ja's a pretty good defender, and he did it for a longer time period. He helped the Grizzlies overachieve, and if you look at their talent or the talent on their rosters, the Pelicans are a lot more talented than the Grizzlies. They are. But Ja led that Grizzlies team. Let's see. Ja had more points. He had more blocks, more steals, more assists, more rebounds, better free throw percentage, more free throws attempted, more free throws made, more 2-pointers made, more 3-pointers made, and he started more games. And obviously, sample size matters there. Obviously, he played more games, but that doesn't matter to Colin Cowherd when he uses that Zion shot 50% from 3 on 0.4 attempts a night. So just throw that out the window. Let's get on to the next one.
He can't shoot. That became one of his...
I was still on this. Damn.
Strengths. So Zion wins my Rookie of the Year.
Most improved. Okay, before it comes out, I personally think it's between two guys, Brandon Ingram or Bam Adebayo. If he gives Jason Tatum some love, I'll see that, but it really comes down to Bam or Brandon Ingram.
Improved player: Bam Adebayo, Devontae Graham, Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum.
This is not as easy a pick for me.
Okay. I see Tatum. I do, because Tatum kind of went from people comparing him to Kyle Kuzma to him potentially going into this year to him being a top 10 player in the league you would build around. So, yeah, I get Jason Tatum, but I personally think it's Ingram, and then maybe, I was more Jason Tatum back when the season ended, but kind of rewatching Bam this year, I was like, okay, Bam has severely improved from 2019 to 2020. So I'm putting Bam above Tatum. I think it's very close between Bam and Ingram, and honestly, I think those are the only two people with votes. Let me just see what he says about Tatum.
I'm going to go Jason Tatum. He's averaging 8 points more a game than he was last year. And again,
Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Bam's almost averaging 7.5, and Ingram's averaging about 6 more points per game.
He's already got a fairly established game. So
okay, and Bam and Ingram don't?
he added almost a third to his game. The Celtics, I also
What's the third?
believe, are a dark horse championship team. He was second in the NBA over the last month in points per game.
What's his fetish with over the last month? I don't mean to be mean. I'm just disagreeing with them. I don't want to sound like I'm just going to be pessimistic to all his picks. But there was a whole season, not just February to March. I'm just saying.
So not only did he improve, his last month was exceptional.
I just think, like I said, I'm on Tatum. I could see why people put votes for him on the ballot. I just think his arguments are kind of shitty, or his points. So let's go to Defensive Player of the Year. This one is pretty interesting because I think it deserves to go to Giannis. But since Giannis might be the MVP, he might not win the award. But I think Giannis is the most deserving. Then I would say Gobert, in my opinion, then Anthony Davis. And then you would have your Ben Simmons and Marcus Smart after AD. But I know a lot of people think AD should win it, so let's see who he picks.
For Defensive Player of the Year, Bam Adebayo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, or Rudy Gobert.
So they have Bam in front of Simmons and Smart. I just slightly disagree. I think Bam would just be behind those two, but that's just my opinion, and now I'm nitpicking, so I'm sorry.
I don't think this one's terribly close.
Is he going to go Giannis?
This is a slam dunk for Giannis, and I do love Rudy.
I think it's close, but yeah, right pick.
Gobert,
I think Giannis is
Jazz.
also the deserving
That's what
defensive
you're
player of the year, so I agree with Colin
Giannis,
here.
people guarded by Giannis shoot 36% from the field. That is best in the NBA. So
It's a good stat. Not over the last month, just throughout the season. Good
if
stat.
Giannis mans you up, you become a poor offensive basketball player. And he's also leads the NBA in defensive rating. He's also number 2 in rebounds.
I don't know why she looks so disgusted.
Third in rebounds.
Coach of the Year. Okay, I personally think... Okay, so I agree with that. Coach of the Year, I think it's Nick Nurse. I think the only other candidates you could have are probably Spoelstra, Frank Vogel, I think are the other two, but I think it belongs to Nick Nurse, so let's see who he has.
Mike Budenholzer, Billy Donovan, Nick Nurse, or Frank Vogel.
Okay.
I'll go with a
Okay.
surprise here. Billy Donovan. We thought they had a chance, Joy, to be the first or second worst team in the NBA.
Nobody thought that.
They were rebuilding, right? Westbrook left.
Yeah.
They have Chris Paul, Danilo Gallinari, Steven Adams, and Shai Gilgeous. They weren't going to be that bad. I even said in my preseason predictions, I thought they were going to be a borderline to making the playoffs team. And yeah, I don't think they were going to be near the Knicks, Cavs, Hornets, Hawks area of the NBA now.
They've only got 2 players over 26. One is Chris Paul, coming off a rough injury. Instead, they're 40-24. That is the best record since they've had win percentage, since they've had KD. I always argued on behalf of Billy Donovan, who won back-to-back titles at Florida. This was supposed to be a complete gut job, like Philadelphia Sixers tanking gut job.
What? Okay. First of all, I think Billy Donovan should get some votes. They've definitely overachieved to the public perception this year, and he's done a great job. Because a lot of people thought maybe after the last 2 years they kind of were underwhelming, and they thought they should have at least made it to the semifinals, the semifinals in the Western Conference. Let alone 2 first-round exits happened. But I don't think they were supposed to be on the borderlines of you starting Michael Carter-Williams, Tony Roden, KJ McDaniels of those Sixers teams. No, they weren't that bad. You have arguably the best point guard of the last... No, okay, take that back. But you have one of the best point guards in the league in Chris Paul, Danilo Gallinari, Steven Adams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They weren't going to be, like, great, but they weren't going to be the bottom team in the league. They weren't going to have a gut job, tank job, whatever he's comparing them to.
They lost Westbrook, the identity of the franchise, 40-24. Billy Donovan.
I do agree, though, Billy Donovan should definitely get some votes. But I personally would go with Nick Nurse. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, 6th man of the year. My vote is Dennis Schroeder. I would say other people that deserve votes, you can make a case for Derrick Rose, Montrezl Harrell. I'm sure there's one off the top of my head that I'm forgetting. But I personally think it belongs to Dennis Schroeder. I just want to see who he picks.
Been my coach of the year.
6th man of the year, Montrezl Harrell, Derrick Rose, Dennis Schroeder.
And then Lou Will. I don't think Lou Will deserves it this year. I think it would probably belong to maybe these three just because his efficiency wasn't as good this year. I personally would give it to Schroeder. Let's see who he picks.
Or Lou Williams.
Which Clipper? I'll take Lou.
I just said the one that shouldn't get it. He picked
Lou Williams. To come off the bench, he scored 20 points or more in 25 games. And why this is impressive is it is a deep team. This is not a team that needed Lou Williams to drop 24 points a game. They've got multiple scorers. But a veteran player off the bench on a deep team in the West averaged 19 points a game this year, which off the bench in the NBA is a ton.
Okay, 1 second. Montrezl Harrell almost averaged 19 points a game. Basically did 0.4 off. So you can make that same exact case because he's on the same exact team. So, like, he's making the cases for that player, but he's not really saying why he has it over the other players, which, I mean, I'm not against. But he also said scoring 19 points off a team in the NBA is, or scoring off the bench, 19 off the bench in the NBA is really hard. Dennis Schroeder did that, and he was also behind Shai Gilgeous and Chris Paul. And Derrick Rose averaged about 18, and I think it belongs to Dennis Schroeder. But, I mean, that's just my personal preference. And obviously, it's a subjective pick. There's no really objective right answer, because I'm sure all four of these guys will get votes for 6th man of the year on the ballot whenever whoever gets their votes down will vote for those players. So, yeah, we're going on to the last award here. I disagreed with most his picks, I would say. I just really hope he doesn't pick LeBron here. But I think since he picked Giannis as Defensive Player of the Year, he will be the MVP, and I believe Giannis is the only right answer for MVP. Yes, LeBron, yes, Luka, James Harden, all these guys have had great seasons, but it deserves to go to Giannis, best player on the best team by far. Let's see who he has as his MVP.
Ton of points.
Finally, MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, James Harden, or LeBron James.
Luka's a great player. He's not there yet.
Okay, just, sorry.
LeBron James. So the Lakers have a new free agent teammate, Anthony Davis, a new roster, a new coach, a new assistant coach, a new offensive system, and they finished as the number 1 seed in the West.
My just rebuttal against that is, obviously I think LeBron should be number 2 in the MVP voting 100%, but it's LeBron James. He's been in the league for 18 years. It's not like adapting to a new system is anything crazy for LeBron. He's done it in Cleveland multiple times with different head coaches in his first stint there. He did it in Miami with Eric Spoelstra. He did it back in Cleveland. He literally switched coaches in a season and won Finals MVP that year when they went from Blatt to Lou. So he's no stranger to switching coaches and going to a new system, even though pretty much the systems for the coaches revolve around LeBron, not LeBron around the system. So I just think that's a poor point.
He's also playing a new position, and LeBron James.
He's been a point forward for the last 10 years of his career.
James leads the NBA in assists per game. New position, new coach, new staff, new system, new star, new roster, number 1 in the West. I don't even think it's close. I honestly don't understand the argument.
I'm with you. I think LeBron is the MVP too.
Her reaction was really funny. I'm gonna watch that again.
System, new star, new roster.
It's not even close.
I don't even think it's close.
What is this show?
I honestly don't understand
maybe
the
I don't
argument.
want to do this anymore.
I'm with you. I think LeBron is the MVP too. And it doesn't mean Giannis didn't have an incredible season.
Let's compare their per 100 possessions. Giannis, more points than LeBron. Giannis, more blocks than LeBron. LeBron, more steals. LeBron, more assists. Giannis, more rebounds. Giannis, more free throws. LeBron, 3-point percentage. Now we can go into their advanced numbers. Giannis has a higher WAR. Giannis has a higher blocks plus minus. Okay, I was just making sure I was saying that right. Giannis has a higher win share. Giannis has a higher defensive win share. LeBron, higher offensive win share. Giannis, higher PER. Giannis, higher true shooting percentage. Bucks, better record than the LA Lakers. Bucks, also one of the greatest defensive teams of all time this season when it comes to net rating. Or defensive net rating. Didn't you just say Giannis was your defensive player of the year? Well, he was the main catalyst for one of the greatest defensive seasons the team has had in the 21st century. I just think that is a very dumb take. I think there's a closer debate maybe to Giannis and unanimous to Giannis versus LeBron. I just think it's just sometimes like LeBron has deserved some other MVPs in the past, like maybe when Harden won his first, maybe LeBron should have won it that year. But Giannis is by far the best player in the league. Anybody trying to say that or had the best season, not the best player, but had the best season, he should be MVP. And anyone trying to put LeBron as an MVP over Giannis is just trying to be edgy and not do what the consensus is, because it's clear that Giannis should be MVP 1000%. LeBron should be too. LeBron has had a fantastic season and he might lead the Lakers to a championship. He definitely could. But I just thought that was really dumb. I think Ja Morant is clearly the rookie of the year. The two awards that I said there's one given answer to, Ja with rookie of the year and Giannis with MVP. He picked the other players. It is what it is. I'm sorry, I don't want to come off like annoying. This is just my picks, and I was just kind of disagreeing with his points, but I didn't want to disagree with everything he said. I didn't plan on doing that, but he's literally had like none of the same awards I had besides kind of defensive player of the year. So I disagreed with a lot of things he said. So I didn't want to come off that I was like nitpicking or anything. But yeah, that was just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think of his awards in the comments below, and you can also let me know your awards in the comments below just to kind of see how you compare versus me. Personally, I got Giannis as MVP. Giannis as defensive player of the year, but if the league doesn't give it to him, I'm leaning towards Gobert over AD. I got Ja as rookie of the year. I said Giannis as MVP. Sixth man of the year, Dennis Schroeder. Most improved, it's close. I'm slightly Brandon Ingram right before Bam, but if you put Bam and if he wins, perfectly fine by that. I have executive of the year, Lawrence Frank. And personally, those are my awards. It's all a subjective opinion. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.